What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. I'm going to show you a clip from All Pro Football 2K8, and it was put up on Twitter over the week, and some people were very negative to it, and they said, why does this matter? Why would you guys want EA to work on this? This is meaningless. This isn't actually something that needs to be in the game. There's so many other things that are wrong, and to be honest, I feel like there's a disconnect in the community. Understand that EA is selling this. They're talking about players on the sidelines finally having the likeness, the name, the body type, jumping out of the way, moving, interacting, reacting to the play. And when you go back and talk about a game here that was on the Xbox 360, we're still talking about EA trying to get to this standard. To me right now, as awful as this sounds, this type of interaction on the sideline, having a player catch a player, preventing him from going over to the bench, having those be the actual star players, even if the rest of the players and characters are low poly, having these type of interactions, this is still the standard at which EA has not met. So when you look at these things and you ask yourself, why is this being discussed in the community? Well, to be fair, EA is aware this is something that's needed in a game. It's expected from a football game, or really any sports game. And they understand that they have to get to this point and they're not there. So it's almost as if the community's arguments have turned against themselves, right? You have people that are coming out in the community now and saying, don't talk about this stuff. This stuff doesn't matter. There's things that are more important. Yet they're not willing to sit there and comprehend, hey, when there's a play going on that's a big touchdown, right? The sidelines don't react right. Right, and this is something that matters to us. This is something we need in a game. But then they also sit there and project, well, we don't need this stuff worked on. This is meaningless to us. So I think it just goes to talk to the point of Madden and EA have fallen so far behind. Right, and when I talked about it a couple days ago, I said, I think this game, in terms of Madden, is at minimum 4 years away from being simulation football, from being better. 4 years of hard work. And I don't know that the people at EA currently have that in them, right? This here, what you're looking at is hard work, right? Getting these animations to blend, having these animations recorded, getting a library like this, it's difficult, right? There's a reason not all games have these type of interactions, but if you're passionate about the game that you want, if you're involved in the product that you're working on, if you care about putting out the best quality game, you're going to find a way to make sure you can do this. And I personally don't feel like EA is at this level, and it starts with the people that work on the game. I guess one of the elephants in the room that a lot of people don't talk about is EA has beyond the tools and resources to do this. They have access to the largest motion capture studio in the world, right? So the fact that they don't have all these animations and more, the fact that they don't have these animations blending, the fact that they're taking referees off the field, it's a pretty big deal, at least in my opinion. The fact that something as simple as a player running out of bounds and getting held up by another player so that he doesn't run into the bench. I understand how, to a gamer, that may be something that does not matter. I don't care if this is in a game. I want the game to play better because I'm enjoying the game, not these moments. But these moments also make up the complete package of a game. When you go over to a sideline and it's just static players, when you go over to a sideline and it's just low poly players with no nameplate, everyone looks the same and has the same twinning when they go through animations, that's just not representative of a current gen or next gen game. And EA set the standard for themselves when they went back and didn't have those things. They created their own standard. They worked against 2K standards. And what gets you to this point is a game that did not continue to evolve, did not continue to push, and now appears to not be listening to the community while they're trying to improve it. And ultimately, they're still trying to get a current console in 2021 to be able to do what other gaming companies were able to do 12 years ago. It does not make any sense. If you're actually trying and working to put out the best product, how EA can be so far behind. And I know to some of you, these are the first time you've ever seen interactions like this. But understand, these players without helmets on, they're the real characters from the game. They didn't have face scans for these players, guys. They couldn't go motion capture with these players. Some of them were dead at the time this game was put out. Many of them, if not all of them, were significantly older than they were when they played in the NFL. So they didn't have the availability to go and get these things done. Yet they found the way to make a game that you can be shown today. And honestly, if you honestly look at it, you can't say that these are better details than what's currently in Madden, and knowing that Madden is still trying to get there. Love to know your guys' thoughts on this. Appreciate you checking out, and you know I will be back in the week with more commentary.